Captain Aaron Blake had been through battles that would break most soldiers. He had fought in wars across the stars, seen planets burn, and watched countless lives end in ways that haunted him. Yet, nothing weighed on him as much as the warning he carried for the leaders of the Galactic Empire. He had returned to the Empire with one clear message: do not attack Earth, and most importantly, do not harm its women. The message was simple, but the Council did not want to listen. The Council chamber was enormous, filled with high-ranking officials and generals from all corners of the Empire. The walls were metallic, reflecting the bright lights that shone from above. Aaron stepped forward, his uniform polished, but his hands trembling slightly. He took a deep breath and began speaking, his voice firm but filled with the weight of experience. "I have seen what war can do," he said. "I have fought in battles where entire cities were wiped out. I know the consequences of underestimating a species. I warn you, Earth is not weak. Its women hold a strength that you will not understand until it is too late. If you attack them, you will awaken a force you cannot control." Some council members whispered among themselves, shaking their heads. One general, a tall man with sharp features, stood and spoke. "Captain Blake, you speak of humans as if they are a threat. They are primitive, insignificant in our reach. We have conquered countless planets far stronger than Earth. Why should we worry?" Aaron clenched his fists, feeling anger rise inside him. He had hoped the leaders would see reason, but they seemed blind to reality. "You cannot measure them by their technology alone," he replied. "Their resilience, their ability to adapt, and the courage of their women is unmatched. You will regret underestimating them." A councilwoman with silver hair laughed softly. "You are a war veteran, yes, but you speak as if Earth is some untouchable jewel. We have the fleet, the weapons, and the strategy. Your warning is noted, but it will not change our course. We have decided." Aaron felt a cold weight in his chest. He had hoped that his years of experience and the horrors he had witnessed would convince them. But the leaders of the Empire were proud and stubborn. They could not see beyond their desire for control. After the meeting, Aaron walked through the corridors of the Imperial Palace. The walls were lined with portraits of past leaders and war heroes, but none of them seemed to understand what he had just tried to prevent. He paused by a large window overlooking the city below, the lights of the capital twinkling like stars. He thought of Earth, a small blue planet in the Milky Way, full of life, hope, and ordinary people who did not know the danger they faced. He remembered Samantha Grant, a young woman he had once met during a training exercise on Earth. Her determination, her courage, and the way she led others without asking for recognition had left a lasting impression on him. And there were countless others like her, women who carried the strength of their planet in ways the Empire could never understand. Aaron knew he had to find another way to protect Earth. The Council had ignored his warning, but he could not. He returned to his ship, a sleek vessel hidden in the shadows of the Empire's orbit. The engines hummed as he entered the command center, checking the coordinates of Earth and the movements of the Imperial fleet. He spent hours reviewing every report, analyzing every strategy, and thinking of ways to warn Earth without alerting the Council. He reached out to contacts he had on the planet, scientists, leaders, and even ordinary civilians who had shown potential for leadership. He sent encrypted messages, hoping someone would understand the importance of preparation. As the night passed, Aaron stood on the observation deck of his ship, staring at Earth. The planet was beautiful, fragile, and unprepared for the storm that was coming. He felt a deep sense of responsibility. He had warned the Empire, and they had ignored him. Now, the fate of Earth rested on his shoulders. In his heart, he made a vow. He would protect the planet and its people, especially the women, no matter the cost. He would fight against the Empire if necessary, using every skill, every piece of knowledge, and every ounce of courage he had. Aaron Blake was a veteran, a soldier, and now a guardian. The first part of his plan was simple: observe, gather intelligence, and prepare. He could not confront the Empire openly, not yet. He needed allies on Earth who could understand the threat and take action when the time came. He thought of Tyler Grant, Samantha's younger brother, a student with a sharp mind and a brave heart. If anyone could help organize resistance, it would be someone like him. Aaron also reached out to other hidden contacts, humans who had shown courage or skill in unexpected ways. He knew that the battle would not be won with technology alone, but with the spirit and determination of those who refused to be conquered. He prepared detailed instructions, strategies, and training methods, sending them in small, secret packages. Days passed, and Aaron watched as the Empire moved closer to Earth. The leaders remained blind to the potential of humanity, confident in their strength. Aaron knew it was only a matter of time before the attack would begin. He continued his preparations, making sure that when the moment came, Earth would not be defenseless. One evening, as he reviewed a report from Tyler, Aaron felt a spark of hope. The young man had started organizing a small team, sharing the messages and instructions Aaron had sent. It was a small beginning, but it was enough to give him confidence that humans could rise to the challenge. Aaron stood on the observation deck once more, looking at the blue planet below. He whispered a quiet promise to the people he had never met, but felt a deep connection to. "I will protect you," he said. "I will make sure your courage and your strength are not wasted. The Empire will learn, but it will be too late." As the first part of his mission unfolded, Aaron Blake felt the weight of his responsibility, but also a growing sense of purpose. He had warned the Empire and been ignored. Now, he would take matters into his own hands. Earth, its women, and its people were counting on him, and he would not fail. On Earth, life went on quietly, unaware of the looming danger from the Galactic Empire. Cities were busy with people rushing to work, children playing in parks, and families enjoying small moments together. Samantha Grant, a young woman with a calm but determined presence, worked at a local bookstore in Boston. She loved the quiet routine of her job, helping customers find stories that transported them to other worlds. Her younger brother, Tyler, was studying engineering at a nearby college. He was curious, intelligent, and always eager to learn new things, often tinkering with gadgets in his small workshop at home. Aaron Blake watched them from the shadows of his cloaked ship orbiting the planet. He had followed Earth closely, admiring the determination and spirit of humans, especially women like Samantha. He knew that ordinary people had the potential to do extraordinary things, and he needed to make sure they had the chance. The Galactic Empire did not understand this strength, and if they attacked blindly, they would awaken a force they could not control. One evening, Aaron transmitted a hidden message to Tyler's computer. The message appeared as a set of encrypted instructions and warnings about potential threats. Tyler, being intelligent and curious, noticed the unusual communication and began deciphering it. He realized it contained detailed guidance on understanding alien technology and strategies for defense. He shared his findings cautiously with Samantha, knowing that involving more people might be dangerous, but necessary. Meanwhile, the Galactic Empire continued planning their assault. They saw Earth as a small, unimportant planet, perfect for practice before moving to larger conquests. The Council still ignored Aaron's warnings, confident that humans would be easy to control. They underestimated the planet's true strength, the courage, adaptability, and unity of its people, particularly the women. Samantha and Tyler began small preparations, organizing a network of people who could help defend their city if something happened. They reached out to friends, neighbors, and trusted colleagues, teaching them basic strategies for communication and safety. Aaron guided them remotely, using his experience from intergalactic battles to provide insights that could make a difference when the attack came. His siblings learned quickly, developing plans to evacuate civilians, protect key areas, and sabotage potential enemy operations. Their group grew, including teachers, engineers, and medical professionals. Each person brought unique skills, and together they became a small but determined team. Aaron watched with hope, knowing that these ordinary humans were preparing to become heroes. One night, Samantha stood on the rooftop of the bookstore, looking at the stars. She felt a strange connection, as if someone was watching over them, guiding their efforts. She didn't know Aaron personally, but she trusted the messages and instructions he sent. She whispered to herself, "We have to be ready. We cannot fail." Tyler joined her, holding a small device that allowed them to communicate secretly with Aaron. They discussed their progress and planned the next steps, feeling the weight of responsibility pressing on them. Aaron also observed other parts of the planet, identifying areas that might become crucial in the coming conflict. He marked hospitals, schools, and key infrastructure that needed protection. He guided local leaders discreetly, ensuring that the humans had the knowledge to resist effectively. Despite the risk, he believed that humanity's potential was worth protecting. As weeks passed, the siblings' network grew stronger. They set up safe houses, communication channels, and emergency supplies. Aaron taught them how to think like strategists, predicting how the invaders might move and where they could strike. Samantha, Tyler, and their team practiced drills, tested plans, and shared knowledge with others in their community. The humans' resilience impressed Aaron more with each passing day. He realized that Earth had something the Galactic Empire had never seen before: ordinary people who could rise to extraordinary challenges. He watched as Samantha encouraged her team, showing leadership and courage in ways that inspired everyone around her. Tyler applied his technical knowledge to create devices that could detect alien ships and relay information quickly. Even as life on Earth seemed normal, the preparations continued silently. The bookstore became a central hub for the team, a place where they gathered to learn, plan, and support each other. Aaron felt a sense of pride in their determination. He knew that when the attack came, these humans would fight not just for survival, but for the future of their planet. One night, while reviewing maps and strategies, Aaron noticed unusual movements in the Empire's fleet. The attack was coming sooner than expected. He sent urgent messages to Samantha and Tyler, emphasizing the need to finalize their plans and strengthen their defenses. The siblings worked tirelessly, coordinating their network, ensuring that everyone was ready for the worst. As the planet slept, Aaron reflected on the uniqueness of humans. Despite their simplicity compared to intergalactic civilizations, they had an unbreakable spirit. He knew that the Empire's disregard for Earth's women would be their greatest mistake. The courage, leadership, and resilience of women like Samantha would play a pivotal role in defending their world. Samantha looked at the night sky, feeling both fear and determination. She knew the coming days would test them in ways they could not imagine. But she also knew that they were not alone. Someone was guiding them, preparing them for the battle ahead. Tyler stood beside her, ready to face whatever challenges came their way. Aaron watched from orbit, knowing that the first part of Earth's defense had been established. The humans were learning, growing stronger, and preparing to rise to the challenge. He believed in them, in their courage and intelligence, and he was determined to do everything he could to protect them. The quiet days of preparation were ending. The storm of the Galactic Empire was approaching, and Earth's people, guided by Aaron and led by ordinary heroes like Samantha and Tyler, were ready to show that even the smallest planet could hold the greatest strength. The stage was set for a battle that would change the galaxy and prove that human courage and resilience could not be ignored. That the quiet of Earth's nights was. shattered when the first signs of the Galactic Empire's attack appeared. Massive starships emerged from hyperspace, their shadows stretching across oceans and continents. Cities that had seemed safe and ordinary moments ago were suddenly under threat. Aaron Blake, still hidden in his cloaked ship, watched the invasion unfold, his heart heavy but determined. The Empire had ignored his warnings, and now the consequences were beginning. Samantha, Grant, and Tyler were awakened by alarms sent through their communication network. The team they had been building quickly came together, moving to execute the plans they had spent weeks preparing. Streets that had once been filled with laughter and routine were now filled with fear and confusion. But the humans moved with surprising organization. Aaron guided them remotely, providing real-time advice on how to avoid alien patrols and defend key points. The Empire's ships were powerful and numerous. Their weapons could destroy buildings with a single blast. But the humans were clever and resilient. Using the strategies Aaron had taught them, they set up defensive positions, created traps, and found ways to slow the invaders' progress. Samantha led several groups, coordinating their movements and keeping morale high, while Tyler used his technical skills to disrupt alien sensors and communications. In Boston, chaos unfolded as alien forces targeted critical infrastructure. Power grids flickered and buildings shook from distant blasts. But the humans were not helpless. Volunteers moved through the streets, evacuating civilians, clearing debris, and supporting one another. Samantha's calm and decisive leadership kept people focused, even when fear threatened to take over. Aaron watched from orbit as humanity began to fight back. He had always believed in their potential, but seeing it in action was more impressive than he had imagined. Ordinary men and women, armed with knowledge, courage, and determination, were finding ways to resist a technologically superior force. It was the strength he had warned the Empire about, and it was unfolding before his eyes. The invaders, frustrated by unexpected resistance, intensified their attacks. They targeted areas with dense populations, and as Aaron had feared, focused on women in an attempt to break morale. But the humans adapted quickly. Women like Samantha and others became leaders in the defense, organizing groups, creating safe zones, and leading counterattacks. Their courage inspired everyone around them, proving the Empire had underestimated them completely. Tyler worked tirelessly, monitoring alien movements and predicting their next strikes. He and Aaron coordinated efforts to sabotage enemy operations, creating small but effective victories that boosted morale. Each success, no matter how small, reminded the humans that they were not powerless and that the Empire could be challenged. In one intense encounter, Samantha and her team discovered an alien squad attempting to infiltrate a hospital. Using clever tactics and teamwork, they managed to repel the invaders, protecting patients and staff. The victory was a turning point for the group, showing them that they could make a real difference even against a powerful enemy. Aaron smiled from his ship, proud of their courage and ingenuity. The invasion was spreading, hitting other major cities around the world. People were scared, but they were also learning quickly. Communities came together, sharing resources and information. Teachers became leaders, engineers became strategists, and ordinary citizens became fighters. Aaron continued to provide guidance, ensuring that each group had the tools and knowledge to defend themselves. As the battles raged on, Aaron reflected on the humans' adaptability. They were learning from every encounter, improving their strategies, and growing stronger with each challenge. The Empire had expected easy victories, but instead they faced resistance that was relentless and innovative. Aaron knew that Earth had something far more powerful than weapons: its people's courage, intelligence, and unity. Samantha and Tyler moved through the chaos with determination. They guided their teams, ensuring that civilians were safe and that each group was coordinated. They faced danger directly, helping people escape from collapsing buildings and avoiding alien patrols. Every decision was critical, and their ability to remain calm under pressure was vital to the success of their efforts. Aaron monitored alien communications and movements, feeding critical information to Tyler. Together, they began to anticipate the invaders' strategies, setting up ambushes and safe passages. The humans' ability to adapt surprised even the veterans of intergalactic warfare, and Aaron felt a renewed sense of hope. Despite the destruction, moments of humanity and courage shone through. Neighbors helped each other, strangers formed bonds, and women like Samantha showed extraordinary leadership. Aaron realized that the Empire's underestimation of women was a fatal mistake. Their resilience and strength were central to Earth's defense. As night turned to dawn, the invasion had caused widespread damage, but the humans had survived the first wave. Samantha and Tyler's teams regrouped, helping civilians and preparing for what would come next. Aaron looked at Earth from orbit, seeing both the devastation and the unwavering spirit of its people. He knew that the battle was far from over, but he also knew that humanity had shown it could fight back. Aaron's thoughts returned to the Council of the Galactic Empire. They had ignored his warning, and now they were facing consequences they had not anticipated. Earth's women and men had proven that courage, strategy, and determination could rival even the most advanced technology. The Empire had underestimated humanity, and Aaron knew that this miscalculation would cost them dearly. In the aftermath of the first attacks, Earth's defenders prepared for the next wave. Communications networks were strengthened, safe zones reinforced, and new leaders emerged from ordinary communities. Samantha and Tyler continued to guide their teams, ensuring that every person knew their role and was ready to act. The humans had learned to move as one, coordinated and determined, ready to face whatever the Empire would send next. Aaron watched with pride as humanity began to rise. The first battle had been brutal, but it had shown the Galactic Empire that Earth was not an easy target. Ordinary humans had become heroes, showing courage and intelligence that surpassed expectations. Aaron knew that the coming days would be even more challenging, but he also knew that humans had the strength to endure and fight back. As the sun rose over the recovering cities, Aaron prepared for the next phase of defense. The Galactic Empire's attack was only beginning, but Earth's people had shown that they were not powerless. With strategy, courage, and unity, they could resist the invaders and protect their planet. Aaron Blake, the veteran who had warned the Empire, continued to guide them, knowing that the true strength of Earth lay not in its technology, but in the bravery and resilience of its people. Earth's people refused to give in after the initial invasion. Even though cities were damaged and fear lingered in the streets, humans began to fight back with determination and courage. Aaron Blake guided them from orbit, providing strategies and advice based on his experience in galactic wars. He knew the Empire would not stop until they faced unexpected resistance, and humans were proving to be stronger and smarter than anyone had imagined. Samantha Grant led one of the main defense teams in Boston. Her calm leadership and quick thinking inspired everyone around her. She organized patrols, helped evacuate civilians, and ensured her team had the supplies and knowledge they needed. Tyler, her brother, worked alongside her, using his technical skills to disable alien sensors and relay information about enemy movements. Their teamwork became the backbone of the local defense network. Aaron monitored multiple cities, providing guidance to groups across the planet. Humans were learning quickly, adapting to the Empire's technology, and finding ways to exploit weaknesses. Engineers modified vehicles and tools to serve as defensive weapons. Scientists and medical professionals assisted with communication networks and first aid. Ordinary people became heroes, showing courage and intelligence beyond what the Empire had anticipated. In one critical operation, Samantha's team discovered a squad of aliens attempting to sabotage the city's water supply. Using clever tactics and teamwork, they managed to stop the invaders without exposing themselves to danger. This success boosted morale and showed that humans could actively resist, not just defend. Aaron watched from orbit, proud of their ingenuity and bravery. The Galactic Empire, frustrated by the humans' resistance, began to change their strategies. They sent larger forces and more advanced weapons, trying to crush humanity quickly. But humans adapted each time, learning from mistakes and improving their defenses. Women, often underestimated by the invaders, played central roles in leadership and decision-making. Their courage inspired others, proving the Empire had made a grave error in dismissing Earth's women. Tyler and other young engineers worked on creating new devices to monitor alien movements and communicate securely. Samantha trained teams to respond quickly to attacks, teaching them how to protect civilians and use the environment to their advantage. Aaron provided advice remotely, coordinating efforts across continents. He helped humans understand the enemy's tactics and anticipate their next moves. As battles continued, humans began to go on the offensive. Small groups conducted raids to disrupt alien supply lines and sabotage communication networks. Each success, no matter how small, encouraged more people to join the fight. Communities that had once focused only on survival were now planning strategies, building defenses, and sharing knowledge. Aaron realized that Earth was transforming, becoming a planet of active defenders rather than passive victims. Samantha led her team in a daring operation to rescue civilians trapped in a damaged building. Using knowledge from Aaron and their own ingenuity, they navigated through debris, avoided alien patrols, and safely evacuated everyone inside. The operation was dangerous, but their success strengthened the bonds between team members and inspired others to take action. Aaron's guidance had given them the confidence and skills they needed. The human spirit shone brightest in moments of danger. Neighbors helped each other, strangers became allies, and women took leadership roles in ways the invaders could not predict. Samantha's calm and courage in the face of fear became a symbol of hope. Tyler's technical expertise allowed them to anticipate attacks and respond effectively. Together, they were changing the course of the invasion. Aaron continued to coordinate larger efforts, sharing intelligence and strategies with multiple teams. He observed how humans learned quickly from every encounter, adapting their tactics and improving their defenses. Even the Empire's most advanced technology could not overcome the ingenuity and determination of people who refused to surrender. In New York, a group of women led a counterattack against a heavily armed alien squad. Using clever traps and coordinated movements, they managed to disable the enemy's weapons and force a retreat. This victory showed the Empire that humans were not only capable of defending themselves, but also of striking back effectively. Aaron knew that these small victories were crucial for building momentum and confidence. Around the world, similar operations took place. Humans worked together across cities and regions, sharing information, resources, and strategies. The coordinated efforts began to slow the Empire's advance. Aaron realized that the people of Earth were proving something important. Strength, courage, and unity could overcome even the most technologically advanced enemy. Samantha and Tyler continued to lead their team, constantly adapting to new challenges. They trained new volunteers, improved communication networks, and coordinated with other groups. Each person played a role, and together they formed a resilient network of defenders. Aaron was impressed by their ability to learn quickly, support one another, and take decisive action. As the days passed, Earth's defenses grew stronger. The invaders faced unexpected resistance at every turn, and their morale began to falter. Humans were not only defending their cities, but also taking control of strategic locations, protecting civilians and striking back with clever tactics. Aaron knew that the Empire had underestimated the resilience and intelligence of Earth's people. through it all. Aaron remained vigilant, guiding and advising the humans as they became true defenders of their planet. Samantha and Tyler's leadership, the courage of women and men alike, and the determination of ordinary people were turning the tide. Earth, once seen as insignificant, was now proving its strength in the face of overwhelming odds. The humans had begun to rise, showing the Empire that courage, intelligence, and unity were more powerful than any weapon. Aaron Blake, the veteran who had warned the Empire, continued to guide them, knowing that the coming battles would test them further. But he also knew that the people of Earth had what it took to defend their world and prove that humanity could overcome even the greatest threats. The final stage of the battle for Earth had arrived. After weeks of relentless fighting, humans had learned to anticipate the Galactic Empire's movements and had become skilled defenders. Aaron Blake, still guiding them from his cloaked ship in orbit, knew this would be the decisive moment. The Empire believed they could crush the planet once and for all, but they had underestimated the courage, intelligence, and unity of Earth's people. Samantha Grant stood with her team on the outskirts of Boston. They had set up defenses around key buildings, coordinated evacuation routes, and established communication with other teams across the city. Her eyes scanned the horizon, determined and calm. Tyler was nearby, monitoring alien movements and relaying information from Aaron. Their preparation and teamwork had brought hope to thousands of civilians. Aaron's eyes were on the largest alien fleet, hovering above Earth's atmosphere. Their weapons were massive, capable of destroying entire cities in moments. But the humans had learned to avoid direct attacks and instead focus on clever tactics, ambushes, and disruptions. Aaron had taught them to use their environment, creativity, and teamwork as powerful tools against the invaders. The battle began in earnest. Alien ships fired at strategic locations, trying to crush resistance before it grew stronger. But the humans were ready. Teams moved quickly, using underground tunnels, rooftops, and hidden passages to avoid attacks and strike back when the enemy was vulnerable. Small but coordinated counterattacks forced the aliens to retreat and regroup. In one critical moment, Samantha led a group to disable a command ship controlling the alien fleet. With Tyler's guidance, they navigated through streets and debris, avoiding patrols and using distractions to their advantage. The group worked seamlessly, showing courage and precision that surprised even Aaron. When they reached the ship's control hub, they successfully sabotaged its systems, sending signals that caused confusion among the alien forces. Elsewhere, women leaders across the globe coordinated counterattacks and protected civilians. Their courage inspired others, turning fear into determination. Teachers, engineers, medical workers, and ordinary citizens joined the effort, creating a planet-wide resistance network. Aaron observed their progress, proud of the humans' ingenuity and resilience. The Empire tried to adapt, sending reinforcements and more advanced ships. But humans were learning faster. Aaron guided Tyler and Samantha in analyzing enemy patterns, predicting attacks, and organizing defense strategies. Small victories grew into larger successes as humans used intelligence, skill, and bravery to weaken the invaders. In New York, a group of women-led teams captured an alien supply ship and turned it against the fleet. Their quick thinking and coordination disrupted communications, slowed reinforcements, and created confusion among the invaders. Aaron smiled from orbit, realizing that humans had learned to fight as a unified force, turning their planet into a fortress of courage. Samantha's team coordinated with other groups to launch simultaneous strikes against key targets. They destroyed weapon stations, disabled ships, and protected civilians. Tyler and Aaron provided constant guidance, ensuring that every move was strategic and effective. The humans' adaptability and teamwork were unmatched, and the Empire's confidence began to crumble. The final confrontation came when the Empire's alien flagship attempted a massive strike at the heart of Boston. Samantha, Tyler, and their allies moved quickly, using every trick and tactic Aaron had taught them. They lured the flagship into a trap, disabling its weapons and navigation systems. The humans' combined efforts forced the alien forces to retreat. Suffering heavy losses and realizing that Earth was not an easy target, as the smoke cleared and the sky brightened, Aaron watched the humans celebrate their hard-fought victory. Cities were damaged, but the people had survived. They had defended their planet, using courage, intelligence, and unity to overcome a technologically superior enemy. Samantha, Tyler, and countless others had proven that humanity was capable of extraordinary things. Aaron reflected on the Galactic Empire's mistakes. They had ignored his warnings, underestimating Earth and its people, especially its women. The humans' resilience and leadership had turned the tide, showing that courage, strategy, and determination could defeat even the greatest odds. Earth had become a symbol of hope and strength, a beacon for other planets in the galaxy. Samantha and Tyler stood together, looking at their city and the people they had helped protect. They felt pride and relief, knowing that their efforts had made a difference. Aaron reached out through the communication network, praising their leadership and bravery. "You have done what many thought impossible," he said. "You have shown the galaxy that humans are not to be underestimated." Around the world, similar scenes unfolded. Communities rebuilt, strengthened by the experience and the bonds formed during the fight. Leaders emerged, women and men alike, who had learned that courage and unity were more powerful than fear. Aaron knew that Earth had changed and that humans had grown stronger, more resilient, and more united than ever before. As the invaders retreated, the Galactic Empire was forced to acknowledge their failure. They had underestimated the spirit of Earth, the courage of its women, and the ingenuity of its people. Aaron knew that Earth would never be seen as insignificant again. Humans had proven their strength, intelligence, and ability to fight for their world. Aaron Blake prepared to leave Earth, his mission complete. He had warned the Empire, guided humanity, and witnessed the rise of true heroes. Samantha, Tyler, and countless others had shown that even ordinary people could achieve extraordinary things when they worked together and faced challenges with courage and determination. Looking down at the planet, Aaron felt a deep sense of satisfaction. Earth had survived, and its people had grown stronger through their trials. The Galactic Empire had learned a lesson they would never forget. Humans were a force to be reckoned with, and their women, in particular, were a source of strength and leadership. Aaron knew that the story of Earth's resistance would be remembered across the galaxy, a testament to human resilience and bravery.